Hi everyone, back with more Genshin. I'm gonna check out Kaleidoscopic Colleges today before it expires because I am stupid and procrastinating. Um, don't let the colors. Oh, that's too. Alright. Ooh, it's at the Easy Breezy Resort. That'll be fun. What's this frisky little Asha doing here? And, huh? Bennett? Oh hey, it's Lillian and Paimon. Hello. Back at the resort for a vacation, Bennett? Uh-huh. You might recall that I wrote you to a letter to let you know that a few months ago I finally saved up enough money for all my well-paying commissions, and I finally managed to invite my dads and friends to the Easy Breezy holiday resort for an easy proper getaway. My dads were really pleased to see that my streak of bad luck had almost fully ended in Atlant. Oh, you definitely have to share good news like this with everyone, Bennett. That's fantastic news. It feels so good to hear it, no matter how many times you say it. Oh, if only we had met you two last week, we could all have had a meal together or something. Looks like that meal's gotta wait till you two come over to Mondstadt again. When you come, we'll find somewhere super safe and have a safe adventuring cave dinner together. Hold up, Bennett. Are you saying that your dads and friends are gone and you're here at a resort by yourself now? Yeah, my dads were actually having a really good time here when they received news that Miss Diona and Cat's-Tail Tavern will be away on a business trip for quite some time. So rather than extend their vacation, they decided to return to Mondstadt as originally planned. That way they'll be able to get a few more of Miss Diona's special drinks before she goes on the trip. But don't you worry, I'm not stranded here because of a delay or lost boat ticket or anything. I'm staying to help out a few friends. We were fishing by the sea when we ran into a few Ashas known as colorists that appeared to be in some kind of tricky situation. Based on my experience from before, I guess they were looking for some extraordinary treasure. Since these Ashas are known as colorists, the treasure they were looking for must be some kind of super awesome color paint or precious color paint. That's right, aside from painting surfaces everywhere they go, the Ashas also love to seek out color paints for their personal collection. The colorist Asha had discovered a very special color paint in some secret realm. It's a kind of free roaming paint. And like the crystal fly, these colors are always moving around, all over the place. The colorists have no idea how to catch them. Oh, tell you what, let's help too. Let's go to that place and see what's going on. It's always a pleasure to help out an Asha in need. Want something special for your collection? Better ones to call. Great, let's give the colorist a hand together then. I'll just follow your lead in this. I really hope these Asha can get hold of the most marvelous colors so they can mix the most radiant, dazzling hues and continue spreading their unique brand of joy. In Kaleidoscopic color chase, roaming paintballs will actively move away from the traveler, make use of this characteristic to team up and direct them into the color collection zone to improve team collection progress. When roaming paintballs come into contact with colors produced by the big die pool of Asha colorists, the hues will change to match the corresponding colors. Additionally, color bursts triggered by characters using the paint glass trampolines to jump into the air and color paints by the puff and paint joy bottles can also change the color of the roaming paintballs. And the traveler directs roaming paintballs that have changed hues in color collections also the same color they accumulate phase progress. If progress is full, the next phase will begin and the challenge arena will change. You will gain a temporary attraction bonus after completing 2 phases. While this bonus is active, nearby roaming paintballs will move towards you. Sometimes roaming paintballs will also enter a special vibrant mode. At this time, should you move these balls into a collection zone, they will all be regarded as having the same color as said collection zone. Oh god damn, it's cool bullshit. How are we feeling, Louis? Let's continue guiding the archers as they collect the paintballs. Let's do our best. Alright, it's always so exciting to be on an adventure with you. Did it just disconnect? Yeah, it froze. Oh no. Any more good news? Well, let me think. Because I was having such great luck in Natlan, I was able to explore things I hadn't dared to delve into before. For example, making myself a perfectly suited set of adventure gear. Wrist guards, knee pads, leg wraps and insoles, all included. Those are some rather unexpected items, but why these? That's something you should pay more attention to. Protecting your joints and feet from injury is really important when you're on an adventure. Climbing with a load puts your knees under constant stress, so when you're moving through rugged terrain, you've got to stay sure-footed. One wrong step and you will easily twist an ankle. On longer hikes, your feet might give out before your legs do. You've got to guard against fatigue, or you might end up hurting yourself without even realizing it. That's when gear that cushions impact and protects you really comes in handy. You do have a point there. I haven't really thought about that before. In the long run, you can never have too much handy gear. You might also be interested in some tips other adventurers have gathered through the years of trial and error. For example, you can chop up plants like the color lily and saurian claw succulent, crush them into a flour and cook the mixture with unmoving essential oil for a couple of days. Then pour everything into a mold and let it cool next to the mist flour overnight. After that, just trim it lightly and shave off any uneven parts. And voila, you got protective gear that's even more shock absorbing than the prancing mushrooms of Sumeru. They say with it on, you could climb the great volcano of Tolan twice in a day and your soles and joints would still be fine. That sounds like a pretty straightforward process to me, although I could probably climb the volcano a few times even without it. You know, if I were anywhere else, I'd probably find myself stuck at the cooking part. Either something unknown gets mixed into the pot and the whole thing spalls halfway through, or the entire pot explodes and sends fragments flying everywhere. If I went shopping for something similar, I either end up with gear that doesn't fit me or something of poor quality. Not that the seller is deliberately trying to sell me something inferior, rather they might not even be aware of the quality issues themselves. I just have to chalk it up to bad luck in either case. That's why I've never had good protective gear before. Well, it's not exactly mission critical, but it definitely affects how your adventure goes. So I decided to get exactly what I need to finally make gear that I can satisfy with during this trip to the resort. This feels so wonderful, so this is what it feels like to run with good insoles and pads that fit just right. Aww. Are there any of your other friends around here? Well, if you meet the adventurer friends I've met before, they're all satisfied and have gone back home with my dads. The only ones left in Natlan are a few tourists from Mondstadt who rode in with us. But there was, I think, a wrestler with horns on her head. She came up to me and asked if I'd seen a girl wearing a hat. I heard that wrestler is some big shot warrior from the collective of Plenty who did pretty well at the Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge. Maybe quite a few of those Mondstadders have made friends with the people of Natlan while we went looking. Nice reference to Baressa and Chaska. I wonder if Baressa will be somewhere around. Unlikely. Alright, let's match. Damn, I get thingies. At least it's just lagging rather than completely dead. I wish they would run faster in the proper direction. Okay, this should be a really fast one. Just hop in and one of each stage, hopefully. I hope. That's definitely complete one stage, and I get 1,000 points per stage. Yep. Alright, let's just quickly spam through. Stop chasing them away, Neverland. I see like unlimited stamina, I guess. Oh, so that's how it works. Oh, that's everything. Ooh, wow, this is not a good one. Good thing I scored a lot of more points in the other stations, I guess. 8,000 points. Good enough. Ooh, epilogue. Looks like our colorist Asha are very much satisfied now. Another challenge completed for our wonderful Ashas. Awesome, we did it! Is this Asha here inspired to start another artwork already? Well, you know how inspiration can come and go in the blink of an eye. So you have to strike while the iron is still hot. Ah, look at all the treasures left behind. Me and Paimon, the two of you should have it for all the hard work you put in. Maybe the next time we come by, we'll be able to see the colorist Asha's masterpiece. Just imagine what kind of work it will be, especially when even the regular Ashas are already capable of coming up with such beautiful colors. Paimon can't wait to see what the colorist Asha will create. Maybe they'll come up with something beyond what words can describe. Maybe the colors of phlogiston, the moon, or the depths of the starry sky? Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. If we come across a creature in some kind of trouble during our adventures, we should do everything we can to help it. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll receive some unexpected rewards. I agree with Bennett. It feels very fulfilling as well. Ah, but we shouldn't do it just because of some unexpected reward. That might be beside the point. Even if there's nothing in it for us, helping friends in need and seeing their smiles return as things turn for the better. I really like that feeling. Hey, so where's the new? Is there no new? Oh well. that I'm gonna end my stream here for today. Wait, let me just check my. You know what? Yeah, okay, there's new dialogue. You know what, Lumi? It feels like we're becoming more and more in sync. I'd like to have a recap of what we went about collecting the meat. Oh, are you getting inspired to go for it then? What? What do you plan to do next? I might be a bit short on time. Since there are still a few days before the next caravan departs from Mondstadt, I want to try climbing the Great Volcano of Toland. What I mean is, I'd like to find a scenic spot on the outskirts to take in the view. I'll be mindful of local customs, of course. Make sure you stay safe. Enjoy the scenery all you want, but be sure to avoid any dangers. Yes, I will. When I'm in that land, I feel unstoppable. I hope everything goes smoothly for you too. Thanks, Ben. Alright, so yeah. With that, I'm gonna end my stream. Really short stream. I'm glad it didn't take too long, honestly. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully I'll actually be able to finally finish the Archon quest sometime next week. Alright, bye.